What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Morbius after credits scene. If the director can spoil it, so can I. But just so people know, there will be spoilers, obviously, in this video. I want to talk about those two end scenes in the movie and discuss why I think they're very, very stupid. Now, I really don't even have too much interest in seeing this film in the first place, but it doesn't matter because the scene was spoiled long before the movie came out to most people, right? So what we have here is a lot of misdirection. What we have here is a lot of fake outs, and that pretty much everything that we saw in the trailer in regards to the murder Spider-Man poster, all that stuff, not actually in the movie, right? Instead, we get, for some reason, Vulture being pulled into Morbius's world, let out of jail because he didn't commit any crimes there. I'm sure that's a fantastic idea. And then the actual, full-on after credits scene, in fact, it's actually floating around online. I won't be showing it, by the way, but you can find it. Shows him in his full Vulture outfit recruiting Morbius to join basically a Sinister Six group, right? A group of people that are gonna get their revenge on Spider-Man. Now that's it boiled down. Again, you can watch that scene, you can listen to the director's remarks on it, but look, I mean, whether, and by the way, this is not an attack on people that want to see this movie. I literally said the same thing in a video on my second channel yesterday. If people want to see this movie, if people are super excited for this movie, that's awesome. I actually don't care. I don't care where you stand on this movie at all. You do you, and I'll do me. That's it. That's it. But I don't think this is a smart move at all. I think there's a lot of things wrong with this. I think there's a blatant, almost disrespect. I think you have to kind of call it that for lots of different things. That's not how the spell worked. So you don't get pulled randomly. You know what I mean? Like that's not how Thanos worked. That's not how anything worked at all. I mean, that's just not how the spell works. There should be no reason why when Doctor Strange finished the spell, sends everybody back, there's no reason why Vulture should have been pulled, unless they're trying to like throw in the possibility that, well, because the first spell was kind of botched and it's doing some weird things. Well, now the second spell, maybe that's botched, and there's some people that sneak through. But look, it's still a movie. It's still like all this fictional stuff. You still need to have basically established rules, and the established rules were what Doctor Strange said, right? Those were, and even Peter, right? Tom Holland's Peter Parker at the very end of No Way Home. Those are the rules that are, established in this fictional universe, okay? And that's what you have to follow. So it doesn't make any sense that when you're sending these people back that didn't belong in the universe, there's no reason why Vulture, who is in that universe, would also get sent back. There's nowhere to get sent back to, right? Now you're just mixing multiverses for whatever reason, literally for no reason, but you're also breaking your own logic. So that's the first thing. But to be honest with you, I don't know if there's like a ranking. Do you want to put that as the most like stupid thing, or do you want to put the fact that you're basically destroying his character? Okay, I actually really, really, well, I think a lot of people liked Michael Keaton as Vulture, right? And I think a lot of people liked his character arc, keeping him alive, having him be as like a, hey, there's almost a mutual respect. I mean, get out of my way, kid, right? Like, I'm doing my stuff. You have to get out of my way or I'm going to take you out. You're dating my daughter. So, there was some really cool, not just tension, but again, like that respect and that relationship between Peter / Spider-Man and then Vulture. That was a relationship we don't get almost ever in any of these superhero movies, which made it kind of unique and kind of cool. Even the ending, I mean, you have the chance to throw him under the bus, right? And say, hey, I know who he is. You have the possibility of getting Scorpion right there, right? And creating your Sinister Six there. And yet he doesn't know, or he lies, right? He says he doesn't know. So, like, you kept the integrity of that character alive at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, is there a way to make Vulture still become a reluctant member or a member in general of a Sinister Six? Of course. I'm not saying like you can't do that. He can never become evil. But to do it this quickly and just randomly, right? That is the insult. Like, that's the whole point of what character arcs are, is that this is a special guy who you learn about and you understand his character. You understand that mutual kind of relationship or that mutual kind of respect almost in Homecoming. You get that throughout the entire movie, and it's kind of solidified at several points. When he doesn't want to kill Peter, he's going to give him a chance. He's going to give him an option. Hey, let's just forget this conversation happened. Those are the integral points where he's saying, hey, we both know what's going on, but look, I'm going to give you the shot because I'm still going to do what I'm going to do, but if you just don't get in my way, cool, like I have nothing against you. You saved my daughter, right? So you have that. And then to immediately, well, not immediately, I mean, this is years later, right? In our world, I guess technically in their world, and instead, you bring him in through broken logic, right? Because it doesn't actually make sense that he would appear in that world. Somehow he gets the suit because he's resourceful. I mean, that's fine, but like, no, literally though, how did he actually get the suit? I mean, you can say he's resourceful. I guess that's left to our imagination, whatever. But then he wants to start a group to go after, and why does he, and I said this to my cousin actually, like, why does he immediately blame Peter for this? He literally says, like, I don't know how I got here, but I'm guessing it's like, it has to do with Spider-Man. Like, I guess you could say that, but you don't actually know, because all you know from No Way Home, you do know there's these villains being brought, but you don't actually know where these villains are. I would assume the public at large really just doesn't know what's going on in Spider-Man No Way Home. You know what I mean? Because there's no evidence that a spell was botched. There's no evidence that these villains weren't coming from, you know, and everybody forgets, I guess maybe they saw like the thing in the sky. So I guess there is knowledge that like a spell happened, but like, you know, for a fact it's Peter. So it doesn't really even make sense that you're going to blame Peter for it. And then are you mad at Spider-Man because you're in a different universe? Because it seems like you kind of like it. In fact, you should like it more because you're in a universe where you got let out of jail. You're not even considered a criminal. I mean, you don't have a daughter now because you're in the wrong universe, so that's kind of an issue. And you'd think you'd want to get back to the right, you know what I mean? It doesn't, and we know actually from the director that Morbius is in the same universe as Venom, so they're in the same world as each other. Do they have a Spider-Man? Is Tom's kind of crossing over? Is that Andrew's? I mean, none of this stuff we really know. So, but it's character assassination. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense for him to flip the switch that quickly and say all of a sudden now he's my enemy and I'm going to go after him and I'm going to form a group to do that. I mean, it just doesn't. And why would Morbius? Like, it doesn't make any sense. To me, it makes absolutely no sense. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're all subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, all my social media, including our Patreon and YouTube memberships, are in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.